Good morning, students. Welcome to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. I am Maunika, your computational skills faculty. And in the last session, we have learned about the processor, and now we are going to learn about the memory and the storage. So, in the last session, I explained about 32-bit and 64-bit. What are bits? So, I explained about 32-bit and 64-bit. I am going to explain what is a bit and how 32-bit is useful and 64-bit is useful. So, we will be saying later. So, this number contains 32 bits. It is 32 slots. We are giving a number that it is represented by 0 and 1. So, I will be writing, it will be visible to you, 0 and 1. Bits are mainly 0 and 1. We allocate the instructions or the information in the form of binary digits. The computer will modify and take the English language into binary format. So, it is known as binary digits, which are either 0 or 1. As I said, it will be converted either into 0 or 1. So, here we are having 32 bits. That is, I explained 32 bits. It will be in the format of 0, 1, 0, 1. Something else, not in the same format. According to the ASCII code, ASCII alphabets code, the information will be converted into 0 and 1s based on the numbers we are having in the alphabets. We will be seeing in later session. Also, the number 64 could be represented with 0 and 1. As I said in the last session, 32 is less than 64. It means 64 can occupy more space to store the instructions or to store the data. So, 64 is greater than 32 bits. So, it is also represented in the format of 1 and zeros, and it gives or occupies the space of 64 slots. It means 64 values can be entered in the form when 64 bits is required. Next, here converting text to binary. As I said, we are converting the English language into a binary text, into the coded language. That is, the computer will convert the language into its own code format. That by using this as a table, it will be converting the high level language into the low level language, that we are having only lower case letters only for converting the alphabets into its binary code. So, what is ASCII? So, A represents American Standard Code Information Interchange. So, what is ASCII? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. As I said, to change the language or to change the code which we are giving into the computer language, we require a format. That we are by using these alphabets, that is lowercase alphabets, the computer itself change the code into its binary code. So this is very useful to change or to modify our language into the computer language. So here you are having a values of, let me show, you are having small a starting from 97 and B 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, so on, Z 122. So these are the values according to the assay table, which are allocated to the alphabets which are in lower cases. So by using this, we can do different operations which are required based on the user instructions. We can change these values, or we can give the information. The computer will change the code into its own binary format. Let me show how the format will be changed in an internal process. So converting decimal to binary. How? Decimal in the sense, the numbers which we are having, or the mathematical numerics which we are having, it is known as decimals. So by changing the decimal values into the binary code, it means 0 or 1 based on the numbers which we are giving, the computer will modify the code. So how it will be done? Let me show. So here we are having a number 103. So how 103 is subdivided to get a binary code? Actually we are having, I will show here, we are having 64-bit, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1 bits. So if these are the bits which the computer have, it means it change every instructions in the format of these bits. It makes easier its work to convert into these bits. That let me explain clearly. If let us have 10 digits. So it should be converted into the binary format. So how can we convert that? We are having here 8, 4, 2, 1 at the lower stage. So we can write it as 8 plus 2. So we are converting this 8 plus 2 gives the answer as 10. It means computer will internally change there or convert the given code into its binary format. In the same way, 103 here we are taking, and it is converted into 64 plus 39, and again 39 is divided into 32 plus 7, again 4 plus 3 equals to 2 plus 1. It means we are having this slot to represent a binary format. So 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So in this example we are having 64, 32, 4, 2, 1. So where we are having these numbers, that can be represented as 1. It means it's true. 0 represents false. If I go to say in binary digits or in binary format, 0 is represented as false and 1 is represented as true. In the same format where we are having 64, we are containing here 64. So it is represented as 1. And 32, 1. We are not having the 16 digit. So it is represented as 0. And 8, no. So it is represented as 0. Next, 4. We are having 4. Here 32. So it is represented as 1, 2, 1. So 1, 1. The binary value of 103. Let me write here. So the binary value of 103 equals to 1, 1, 0, 0, 111. So this is the binary value of 103. So this is a decimal number, and by converting into binary format, the code will be in this format. So let me explain some more examples based on that. So how the decimal is converted into binary. Let us take this 2 power 0 as in mathematical functions. We are having, while doing our mathematical operations, you may observe these 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. So you will be getting a powers concept. So in the same way, 2 power 0 equals to 1, which represents 1. And 2 power 1 equals to 2. 2 into 2, that is 2 square. So it is 4. So 2 power 3 is 8. So we are having these values when converting decimal to binary. So we are having another example of 100. So 100 can be written as 64 plus 36. And 32 is subdivided into 32 plus 4. So observe here children, 64 we are represented with 1, and we are having a not having the 36 option. So we should subdivide it into binary, another binary format, or we should cut down that to get a perfect format of the binary value. So we are having a 32. So it is also represented as 1. We are not having here 16, 8. So they are represented as 0, 0. And we are having 4. So it is again represented as 1. So 2 and 1 is not represented here. So we consider it as zeros. So the total format of 100 is written as 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 00. So 100, the number is a decimal format. So by converting it using binary values or coding it into binary, we will be getting a format of this. So converting of decimal to binary is more important for computer because it can't understand all the languages which we know. So by converting it into its own language, it will be more easier to run the process fast, and it can store in the format of these binary values whenever we request or we ask for information which we want. So it will be again converting that. It has these binary values. When we are recalling for that value, it will again change into the decimal format and it will be displayed on our desktop. So next, as I said, we are having alphabets and we are converting them into binary format. How? So I will be explained here. As I said, we are converting the English language into its binary string or binary code in the computer. How it is done? Using this as a decimal table. As a table we are using this. So let us recheck the value of D. So in D we are having a value of 100 and O 111 and G 103. So 100, 111, 103. So how it is changed? In the last slide I explained how 100 is written. So 1100, 100. So we are having 1100, 100. So it is in a 8-bit format. We are containing a string which consists of 8 bits. So if we are not having any value which is equivalent to the 8-bit string, then at the start we can add a 0. It doesn't make any usage because 0 represents it's in a false state. Let us explain. The last slide, here we are having 1 1 0 0 1 0. It means it is represented true 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 and remaining all are false. So while keeping a false statement, it doesn't matter more, or the value will not be changed because it is a 0. In our regular statements, when we are using a 0, it represents it is a false. There is no use of 0. So in the same way, binary digits also, by keeping at the first or from left to right 0 is introduced, then there is no use of that 0. It is named as a false. So while containing a string of 8 digits, while keeping the 0 at the first, there is no difference in the decimal value. In the same way, we are having O is converted into ASCII table 111 and the binary string is also converted. So we are having two processes running here. In the same way Z. So the total code will be here. So we are giving only the words or only the letters we require. But in the internal process, the computer can be converting these by using this ASCII table, and it converts the value into binary string. So the information stored in the computer will be in this format, and we know only the word dog for user. The user assumes that we are giving only a simple word dog. So it's giving a something else, not a dog. This is a dog we are giving. So it is stored and it is displayed. If you Google it or do something operations on that, the output will be something else. So we know that's it. But the internal part, the computer, how fast it is doing its work to get the output. It means in a fraction of seconds, it is converting the given information into the ASCII table and it forming a binary string and converting it and verifying its values and getting out the output. How fast the computer is? Have a look. Just understand how fast the computer will work to give you the output. So next, as I said, we are having 3 units to work the processor. What are they? So central processing unit is containing ALU, CU and MU. So in ALU, while giving the input from the input devices, so for all the process, all the storage, anything which we are giving or we are operating on the computer, we are mainly connected to 4 different topics. They are input, processor, output and the memory. Without these 4 topics, the computer is nothing. So we should know what are the input, what is the process going on and where it is stored and what's the output is coming out. So we should make it sense that all this process can be done. So by using only giving the input. So we are giving the input and the process is done by using the CPU. So how the CPU is working? It is working on arithmetic or logical unit. It means if it use arithmetic operations or it use logical operations to give us the output, and it is stored in the memory, and from memory again the instructions are changed or we are giving another instructions, this memory will give to the arithmetic and logic unit, and the overall part will be controlled in the control unit. So after completion of these 3 units or these 3 operations, we will be getting the output as a output. It shows in the output device, and by that we are getting the output. The overall work is done in this process. So make a look, students. The mandatory work or the mandatory instruction for the computer is, if you give the input only, it can process through the processor and it can give the output. Next, what a CPU includes. As I said, we are having ALU, CU and MU. So the arithmetic logic unit, which performs arithmetic and logical operations. As I said, arithmetic operations are known as mathematical operations, and logic operations which we give logically or reasoning or whatever operations we want, we can give. These are processed using a ALU in the CPU system. So next, the control unit, which extracts instructions from memory, it decodes and executes them, calling on the ALU when necessary. That means, as I said, control unit will control all the operations, and it is connected to all the parts to control the process in a perfect manner to give a perfect output. It controls all the processes which have been going on, and it also decodes everything and executes them, and it also calls the ALU when required. The memory unit stores the extracted data from ALU and CU. So as I said, memory is one of the thing to store anything, to store the data or to store the information or to access the instructions. Everything is stored in the form of storage data, that is a memory unit. So all the work are done in ALU, CU, both are stored in a memory unit. So what is the CPU? As I said, I explained all what are the operations going on in the CPU. But without CPU, does the computer work? It's my question. Let's think. So without a CPU, does a computer work? Does it work? No, because as a human being, the brain is important for us. In the same way, for the computers, CPU is important. Without CPU, it doesn't work. That I will give a clarity here. A CPU is required for a computer system to do anything, any operation to perform, it requires a CPU. So without a CPU, the system would just sit there and take up space. It means without a CPU to run a computer, it is not possible to run a computer. So it will just take a space at the corner and just sit like idle. That's it. It won't move or do any operations required without when there is no uses of a CPU. So no computer will not function without a CPU. At last, I am giving a clarity that without a CPU, no computer will work and no operations will be done on a computer. So make a note that, children, without CPU, there is no process will be done and no storage, no output will be displayed. Just if you want to work in that same way without a CPU, just one side talking it sends. Like just giving a input, that's it. You will not be getting the output and the process will not be done. So here, children, I want to make you clear about this topic. So make a note of this as a table, and just I will be giving some letters or English words. You try to convert them into the binary code. It will be very good, and the coding will be very easy in your higher education. So please make a note and try this. So first, I will be giving some English words. Convert them into the binary values. Binary string. Class. Second one. Welcome. Third one. Thank you. Good morning. And the last one is computer. Students, work on this and you convert this English words to binary string or binary format. So try to convert these 5 English words into binary format. So you will be get a clearance of this topic and you will be very expertised with this as a table, that is converting the English words into the binary format. Okay then, thank you students. Have a nice day. Thank you.